What's up, AKAPADers? I bear a gift, a Christmas gift. Alan Scott, Green Lantern 1. Maybe the most controversial issue, comic book, single issue of the entire year. Let's get into it.
Much more. This is the writer of that, and we're going to watch this video real quick, and I want you to listen to what it is that he says in the video, and then I guess this will be context for those that hadn't seen it, and then I'll give you my commentary here in a bit. But let's listen in.
Tim Sheridan, writer of DC's Alan Scott, the Green Lantern, and I just opened up a box of advanced copies of issue 1, which look amazing. This is the main cover, which also gets a virgin foil variant, and that's by the great and powerful David Talaski. There's also 2 other amazing variants, one by John K. Snyder III, and this beautiful portrait by Nick Robles. I am here to ask you...
All right, so that's 5 variants off rip for the number 1. Just throwing that out there. There will be many, many more, best believe that.
Comes out next DC Tuesday, October 24th, but already the haters and the queerphobes are out in force, doing everything they can to see that this book tanks. They use code and they make it sound like they have legit problems with a book they haven't read yet. But the truth is, they just don't like that there's a queer hero in the upper ranks of the DCU.
And what is up, my AKAPADers? Welcome back to the channel. Peter A. DeLuca here, your favorite, and you have to admit it, your favorite comic book reviewer, discussioner, news tracker, opinionator. We do the hardcore opinions here, people. You can go through my feed. We are pinpointing a lot of things that no one else is talking about, and I'm talking within the entire history of the world of comic books, even within the pages of Comic Journal. We found some gold this year, and I'm so proud of the AKAPAD Army for supporting a lot of my opinions that, and you know, and insight and facts, okay, that are irregular, that are off-center, that are little spoken of. Guys, even you leaving a comment on some of these videos, it means a lot, and it just shows that you're a person of fortitude. So thank you for being on this journey with me. And we have, people, we have the gold here. This is the issue. You guys saw a little bit of that pitch by our favorite writer here. We're going to hit the drawing table. No controversy though. We're going to go through this with the intent to discover, can it get our money for issue 2? And every single time we go through anything comic book, when we're at the drawing table doing our little flip through, we ask the question, does this get my money for another installment? Comic book, they're way more comic book pricing. What am I saying? Comic book pricing is just so much more expensive now. Guys, these books are, they're just too much of that hard-earned kizash. So we're even more critical if, yeah, they get the next month's buck, and we're going to do that. Now, no controversy, no preconceived ideas or notions, no intent. Prove me wrong. I want to be proven wrong when I read this and bring it to all of you. I want to buy issue 2. With all of that said, let's hit that drawing table with wiping our brains clean, with a brain wipe and some fresh eyes, guys. Let's go. All right, AKAPADers, we made one adjustment. We're now going to be editors. We're going to edit this. We're going to marker it up as if we work for DC Comics. Let's start with the cover. $3.39. No. 2 exclamation points. Overall, like, you know, we get a top-down image of Alan Scott. It's cool. Yeah, whatever. I would like to kind of see Alan Scott in the world, though. Like, meaning him on Earth or his environment, so we know where he is. Good logo. Good logo, gets a happy face. I like the Dawn of DC logo. I like the box here. That's cool. So, quick grades. For this issue, Tom Sheridan is going to get a D. Kane Tormey, the artist, yeah, he gets an A. Colorist, A. Letterer, A++. The lettering for this is immaculate. Okay, the bulletin, guys. Page 1. Page 1. We're going to rate the editors after this. Page 1. No, we don't want to read all this. So moving on, I'm sure they really captured the moment. So we all know what they're talking about. So Alan Scott is in the FBI headquarters, and he's getting blackmailed. Let's just cut through. He's getting blackmailed because he loves a guy, and the FBI has proof. FBI bad guys like, you better do this stuff that I'm going to tell you to do. And then we have a couple JSA references. When it comes to storytelling, we're pretty good here. This is what I mean. This is why our Kane Toomey, whatever the heck this guy's name is, this guy right here, he does a banger job. He really illustrates a great issue. As portrayed with this spread. Now, we already get an F because we're essentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages in, guys, and we really don't have any Alan Scott. Now we get Alan Scott in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 panels, 7 panels, maybe 8. All right, so we get some Alan Scott, but we want the action. The reason why we get an F on this page is because this is really, you know, we did set up the story a little bit. But this is where we wanted to see Green Lantern. Like, what would be great here is if he was kind of just like flying, like, out the window. Like, looking cool, right? With the diamond mask, right? And you kind of have the window here, and you have, like, the J. Edgar Hoover guy, the evil FBI guy, kind of like, you mother effer, like, you know, wait until, you know, we get, like, a shot like that. But here's where this is good storytelling, though. See, Alan Scott, blonde hair. Excuse me. He's mostly on the left. His lover boy's mostly on the right. And you see that here, look, left, left, or right, 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 right. This is masterful flow type storytelling. When we're reading the balloons, we naturally follow who is where and what's being said. It's fantastic. He keeps the right guy on the left and the right guy on the right. This, by the way, ad is the coolest image of the entire effing book. But what I don't like about the Return of Superman 30th anniversary special, number one, it's a 30th anniversary special. I do not like all of these covers. They all have to go. Just pick one cover. So we get this setup. Alan Scott and Loverboy. Keep in mind, too, Alan Scott is still on the right and Loverboy is still on the left. Guys, we jumped the scene. We went actually a little bit, I think, forward in time or back in time. Not really sure. But they're talking about this red crimson, this like red mist, this red flame, as referenced here. You get an A+ for referencing continuity, even though it is a part of the Pride special. No big deal there. But yeah, the ship gets attacked by this red crimson. We're not told at all what the red crimson is. So we got like too many mysteries here, too much intrigue, and we're not really getting a superhero. We're not getting this. We're not getting what we paid for. So we get Alan Scott talking to one of his friends. This is like Bobo Boy. You know, he talks in silly talk, but they're like, hey, you're being blackmailed. And it's like, yeah, I'm being blackmailed. And there's other things, blah, 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 blah. And then we get a transformation that should be a splash right here. And we get like a so-and-so transformation. He rushes out to go save someone. And we flash back to the ship. The ship's being, again, a little bit of a break. We have Alan Scott on the right, Loverboy on the left. Center, right, left. I would have liked to have that switch. You could just flip the panels, no big deal. Ship gets attacked by the red flame, red crimson. We still don't know what any of this is. We don't know, but the ship is trying to capture it, trying to harness it. Something that the ship goes topside. Oh, and by the way, guys, we don't want stupid manga. We don't want our heroes in manga. Moving on. This here. Kodoyashi. Yeah. Goodbye. But we get Alan Scott now. He transformed. So plus. We get our superhero. Finally. Doing superhero things. But yeah. He essentially. Right. We have to go back here. Right. You guys remember. He transformed and phased through the wall. Ship's capsized. So it's getting a little confusing. Ship's capsized. He rushes to save people. We still don't know what the crimson thing is. He kind of blasts it, stops it. And we get the true dramatic moment of this book. This book almost had me wanting to buy issue 2. And I'm about to show you his lover boy here, right? Heart. He gets taken, right? The Crimson Mist comes in, takes him away. Look, the ship is sideways, but they kind of do a thing where they release the plasma into the ocean. They turn the ship capsized. But his lover, the boy here, he gets taken away by the red mist. Alan Scott rescues someone that he recognizes. So we kind of believe, like, right, like this guy is this guy, maybe, question mark, we don't really know. Like I said, too much intrigue in this issue. We're not getting definite answers. But then the gotcha is, as Alan Scott's lover boy gets taken away, he gets held down, right? Because he's like, what's going on? You know, like the anguish. And then we see that he's in the mental asylum. So what is happening? Why is Alan Scott in a mental asylum? I think he's in Arkham. Bad reference there. He should not be in Arkham. We don't care about. And then we have conversion. So is it that type is GAY conversion? Also, Superman, The Harvest of Youth. We don't want our books in, look, a new graphic novel for young adults, October. Scene of Grace. We don't want young adults for our superheroes. So, some of this, right, some of this conversion, right, is a reference to what we have in the beginning. So, in the beginning, so here's the weird thing. There's a lot of talk about they're not supposed to be together. There's like God talk, and they're kind of bashing the church, and then later, like when they're here with the ring, they're kind of making comments about they can't be seen together, like being together because they love each other in the military, and they can't joke around, and it's a bad thing. That's way too heavy-handed, okay? And the reason why this relationship like this, the way how these guys talk, the way it makes no sense, okay, no sense, is because one of these two guys, like our boy over here, Mr. Blondie, this boy over here he's a god among men, okay? And the things he's seen and the things he can do with his ring it's above all, okay? Like, here's us. And here's the Green Lantern, okay? The things that would affect him with his power wouldn't be if he's homosexual or not. Wouldn't be if he's gay or not. the things that affect Alan Scott because he's a Green Lantern is vast, or things we cannot imagine. This is the draw of the hero. This is why we write the hero a certain way. This is also why Tom Sheridan gets a freaking D. He's lucky I ain't getting... You know what? It's just going through this, it just makes me a little bit more annoyed. He gets a D-. But we're not writing our heroes as if we're like kind of like looking up, you know, and us kind of being like, wow, like this is amazing. This guy is amazing. This guy is amazing. He should be on the level that if he is homosexual and he has the power he has, his total perception of the world would be changed to the point that anything involving the church, like they bash here, anything involving the institutions blackmailing him, and anything about the military not liking this, okay, he would be above it all. He would be here and everyone would be here. He would be in the military as a cover. He would be similar to Clark Kent as a reporter. He would be in the military to see the world and to understand things and to kind of be in play as a hero. The military job would serve him as a hero. He would respect other religions because he has seen things that we cannot imagine. He would actually respect it. And Hoover over here, right? I believe this is Hoover. Hoover, I believe isn't Hoover the only president from New Jersey? I would have to look that up. But Hoover over here, he would not be able to intimidate this guy. He would not be able to intimidate this guy. Because this dude can wipe everyone out in a heartbeat. But he chooses not to. And part of that handshake would be Hoover keeping his mouth shut, playing along. You know, there's maybe a little bit of a chess match there. But that is how we establish our heroes, guys. So overall, this book gets a... well, overall, right? Like, let's, you know, like we got some A's, but overall as a reading experience, it's a solid D, not an F. Because, yeah, I was kind of in this issue. I really felt like for the moment when his lover boy over here gets taken away. It's like, it's kind of sad. Like, you feel for it. But then, like, this whole, like, gotcha thing, like, I don't know what this is. Like, we can't just do that. We can't just, like, jump cut. We need to build stories. Issue 1, $4 is a no. Alright, guys. Let me know if you like videos kind of, like, in this format. I'm curious.
The only way we can shut these people down is to make this book an undeniable success. The only way to prove to all the big publishers that there's a huge market for authentic stories about LGBTQIA+ characters, and that these stories are for everyone, is to buy the heck out of books like this. This one's only 6 issues, and each one has a few variants, so I'm asking, if you have the means, buy them up. Buy extras to give to people you think really need to read it.
And we're back, guys. Here's the crazy thing. We're doing the intro, the post-table sit-down. Before we read Green Lantern, Alan Scott, or Alan Scott Green Lantern issue 1. We have not shot the middle portion of this video yet because I don't know if I like it or not, so I can't make comments. But thank you all. I am desperate in keeping up with comments. I am flattered by every single one of those. If I could reach out and touch every single one of you, I would give you guys a high five, a fist bump, maybe a nice little flex there. I'm actively streaming again. Finally, we have that momentum. Still recovering from this illness or from this virus. So my energy is still kind of like this when it comes to if I have a busy 9-to-5 workday. But we are hardcore on the website. I got live products. Some products are matriculating onto AKAPAD.com as digital fulfillment. you feel free to order those. Comment even here on any of the pricing or questions or anything about that. You can comment on any of my social media. I'm always available to answer questions. Also, might be a little bit of a slowdown, but things aren't that busy where I can't, just cherry pick the more important messages to respond to. But guys, I love you so much, and thank you just thank you. Honest to God, this past November, it was rough. I was so desperate to bring you guys something regularly. I was desperate to keep up with my own schedule, and sometimes with the office life, things get busy. But guys, rock and roll, subscribe, support, leave a comment, and show this video to a cat. We are a cat-friendly platform. Love you.